Hi, my name is Alejandro, and I'm making a video about studying abroad and 3 reasons why you should definitely study abroad if you have the chance. So, like I said, my name is Alejandro, and I'm a college student. I just started my third year back in at the end of August, and this past summer, after my second year of college, I went to study abroad in France for the summer, and I had an amazing time in France. And I just wanted to make a video about why I think if you haven't studied abroad or if you're thinking about studying abroad, why you should definitely study abroad, at least in my opinion personally. And like I said, I finished my second year last year, and after I finished my second year, I had the opportunity to go to France to study abroad. And so I was super excited to go to France, and while I was in France, I had an amazing time. My host family was amazing, and my experience there was awesome as well. And so, I guess for the 3 reasons why I think you should study abroad, the first reason is that you will definitely, if you're majoring in another language, I personally think you should definitely study abroad. But even in general, if you thinking about it, you should do it. But at least for me, like because I'm doing a major in a second language or majoring in another language like French, you'll learn the language way better. So that's my first reason. If you're doing it for a language reason, you'll definitely learn the language you're trying to learn much better because you get thrown in a situation where you have to use that language more. For example, with my host family, they didn't really speak any English, and I didn't speak much French either. So we had to force ourselves to, well, at least for me, I had to force myself to learn the French more because I needed to communicate with them. Even if I had to use hand gestures, I did. But I ended up learning a lot of new words, and just talking with people in France in general, I was able to pick up on a lot of other words as well, especially ways that people talk that you learn in like textbooks or whatever when you're in class back here in the U.S. You learn it by a certain way, but when you actually speak to people, you just kind of pick up on the ways they talk and certain things you won't learn in the textbook. That just like certain slang and stuff, you learn it there as well that you would never really learn in a textbook or in class. So that was also really a good learning experience. And yeah, I mean, if you're majoring in a second language or another foreign language, or if you're trying to learn another language, definitely going to another country or to that the country where they speak that language, I highly recommend it because you will pick it up. Even though I just was there for the summer, I was able to learn a lot just in that summer alone. And if you're going for a longer time, you're definitely going to pick up on it much faster. And so that's my first reason why you should definitely study abroad. So my second reason why you should study abroad is that you'll immerse yourself in a different country's culture. And personally, I think that's super important because you actually get to learn what it's like to be in a different country and how it's different to the one that you're from. And you really get to learn how other people live their lives compared to the way you live your life, and how people in your country live their lives, and how people react to certain things. Um, for example, I know French people know a lot about the U.S., and the U.S. knows a certain amount of things about the French, but I mean, everybody has their stereotypes, especially here in the U.S. For French people. But when you really go there, you actually really learn what it's like to be in that country, and it's really cool to actually get to experience being in a different country. Um, for example, I got to go visit a lot of things in France, like amazing things that we don't have here in the U.S., and I got to do a lot of things that we don't have here in the U.S. And okay, for example, I studied abroad in France, but more specifically, I studied abroad in the city called Angers, which is like northwestern France, and it's a big city, but it's not that big like Paris, but it's still a big city, I guess. But even in that city, there's still a lot of things to do. And one thing in France that's really amazing and that they have really good transportation system, or at least compared to here to the U.S., it's really good. And I was able to go with one of my friends to this other city called Nantes because it's very close, and it's a bigger city than Angers. And I also got to go to the beach, and I got to just go visit other places in France because it's convenient to travel from one city to another, and that was really cool compared to here in the U.S., which is a lot more harder to do. But I got to visit chateaus and I got to see a lot of different things that they had to offer, like the Maison d'Adam and just other things there. But yeah, going to a different country, you get to really experience their culture, regardless of if it's France or any other country. It's very cool to actually get to experience what it's like to live in, or be in that country, or even live in that country, depending on how long you're there. You get to try their cuisine, you pick up on their habits, and you get to experience their culture. And I think that's super cool and really important thing to experience as a person at least once in your life. And that's one reason why. Another reason why, honestly, I think studying abroad is really cool. So my third and final reason why I think studying abroad is important, or you should definitely try it out, is because personally, I think when you do a study abroad program in another country, I think that as an individual, you'll grow more as that individual. And for me personally, like when I was there, I was thrown into a situation that I wasn't used to. It was totally new to me, and I was super far away from my family, and I can't just go to them whenever I had a problem, or couldn't just go to any old person like for a problem. It was a lot harder, but uh, but it really does make you grow as a person. Because here at the university that I go to, I live on campus, but I don't really live that far away from my family. Like if I wanted to go see them during the weekend, I could go see them, but while you're in France, you can't just go to your family whenever you need help. So so yeah, you grow more as a person or as an individual, and that's super important because it makes you realize what type of person you are, what you want to do with your life, and it just makes you have more, gives you more experiences in life, and I feel like it prepares you more for life because you get thrown into these situations that you're not used to, and it's hard, but it's well worth it because in the end, I really do feel like I grew more once I came back. I felt more confident in myself because I personally am a little shy, but I feel more comfortable talking to other people, and I'm not so afraid to talk to them. And I feel like because I did that study abroad program, it really helped me because I was in so many situations where I didn't have somebody else to help me, like communicate with other people or figure out things that I had to do, but I ended up doing it, and I used that as a way, as a learning experience here as well. And personally, I think that if you do a study abroad program, that you will definitely grow as an individual, and that to me is super important as well. But besides that, those are my three reasons why I think you should study abroad. Like especially if you're doing French, like France is a really good country to study abroad. Personally, I think France was awesome, and if you can go to France, that'd be awesome as well. And I mean, if any country that you're interested in, like going to study abroad, I highly recommend like doing more research as well. I mean, I am just one person, and it is expensive, but if you have the chance, you should definitely try it out. And I have no regrets doing a study abroad program. And me personally, not I when I graduate, I want to go back to France again because I loved France. And I mean, I am majoring in French, so of course I want to go back to France. And it was awesome. I loved it, and I think that if you do it as well, you'll love the country that you go to, and you'll have a great time. So thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe. In the future, I really plan on making more videos in French, or like I want to talk more about France or in French because I really do want to practice my French. And so if you're interested in that, please subscribe. And once again, thank you for watching, and have a good day. And peace out.